Hello, Leo. It's Maria from Wandering River Tarot here with birds, really loud birds. Doing your April reading. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This month, first, before I get into that, I would like to say thank you to everyone who's liked, subscribed, shared, bought readings, done any of that stuff. You're my favorite people in the whole world. You're amazing. I love you. And you are the sexy people, as we all know. It's true. So, as I was saying, we are going to do things a little bit differently this month. I have zero focus, not even a little. So, to help me focus, I am going to choose a card from the, put some oil on my hands. I am going to choose a card from the Santa Muerte deck. Skulls, my favorite, because they're so cheerful and happy. So I'm going to choose a card from that deck to be the sort of main area of life that your reading is going to cover, if that makes sense. It will all become clear. It will all become clear, my loves. It will all become clear. So let's get into it. Enough chat. I mean, you don't want to hear me yak about just nothing, right? So let us get a-going. Those birds are really fucking loud. Shoosh. Thanks. All right, we already got a card that flew out the deck for you, Leo. King of Wands. Hi. King of Wands. So the area of life that we're going to read for is your passions. What drives you? Actions. Things like that. Could be inspirations, although that for me falls more under swords, unless it's like, for example, King of Wands in a situation like this telling us what part of life we're going to read for would be an artist looking for inspiration. I mean, that kind of thing. Could be you have a new passion project. Could be you're looking to go from a job to a vocation. That sort of thing. So we'll get into this and we'll get some explanation about what that's about. I'm going to draw one of these Animal Kin Oracle cards that my spawn bought me. And we are going to, oops, there it is. And this is kind of the overall energy of the month for you. Energy this month is the Phoenix Renewal. So there's a lot of fire. A lot of fire here. Well, you are a fire sign, and you are in the heart of the summer, so Leo season is a good season, everybody. All right, let's see what we see. I need to have a candle lit. Like, I just went for a walk, and I came back and just started reading after I ate chili cheese dogs, because I'm a 12-year-old boy inside. And chili cheese dogs are amazing, so I forgot to light candles and do all that stuff. So we're just gonna light one and we're gonna go with it. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna do a Celtic cross too to help my brain stay focused, because Mercury in Pisces, oh, no focus. Yeah. So what is the energy of my Leo loves? You are the Six of Cups. You are nostalgic. You are looking backwards at something. Looking backwards at something. Could be a love relationship. I mean, Wands can be passion. Knight of Cups is your crossing energy. So I'm feeling that this is like a relationship driven, if not completely about relationships, even though King of Wands over there, he says that there's more to this. So we'll get into that. So you're nostalgic, you're looking back, you're trying to figure out some things from the past, and then, yeah, the Knight of Cups, this is kind of, this, if it's a person, this is kind of the Knight in Shining Armor. It's, love. Somebody's coming to you with some sort of offer of love, and maybe you don't like it or want it. And maybe that's why you're nostalgic, because it's an offer of love, but it's from not the person you wanted it from, I'm kind of feeling. Let's get your near past here and see what that's about. The Magician. You were doing some manifesting work or some prayer work, or You are trying to pull towards you that which you desire, and this came instead, if that makes sense. So I think there is something to learn here that's going to clear some sort of karma, some sort of blockage out of your way, so you can then get what it is that you're actually manifesting for. Because I feel like you're doing all this really hard work, all this really good, like, you're burning the candles, man. You're doing the prayer work, you're making the vision boards, you're talking to the ancestors, you're doing all the things that you should be doing to manifest what you want. And then this comes, and it's not what you want. You're looking backwards like, nah, that's what I want. I wanted to bring that thing back, but you can't have that thing until this thing comes around and clears, brings up whatever needs to be cleared. So there's a reason for it, even if it sucks a little. So let us get your, be quiet, birdies. Thanks. Let's get your near future. Six of Rods, victory. You are going to get what you want. You are going to get this. Sorry, I kicked the table. It probably looked like there was an earthquake. Matronly upper arms. Don't do that. That's disgusting. I just saw that on camera. I need to go to the gym like now. Yeah, so you're going to get what you want out of this situation. You just, you need to go through, and the Knight of Cups, I hate to say that this thing is awful, because it's probably not. It's probably a person that's good for you. It's a person that's definitely going to teach you something. Or it's a situation that's going to teach you something, but it is not what you manifested for. But rest assured, dear heart, you will get what you want in the near future. So the Hermit came out next, which is the energy, the crowning energy, which for me is what energy is the universe bestowing upon you? Throwing cards. Hold on. What is the universe bestowing upon you that energetically? Like, what's the universe giving you? And in this case, it's the Hermit. It's the, it's the going within, doing the heavy thinking, finding your enlightenment. Like, he's the dude, he carries the lantern, right? Like, he's from the Led Zeppelin album, and like the Rider-Waite Tarot, he looks like from the Led Zeppelin album. He is the Hermit. He has a lot more wisdom and knowledge than he probably even gives himself credit for. So I think the universe is bestowing upon you wisdom in this situation. And that's why your Knight of Cups, that isn't exactly what you wanted, but it's what you got, came along, is to help you attain this level of wisdom. And the King of Cups came flying out for the supporting energy. And supporting energy to me is anything that you have within you that's helping you in this situation. So King of Cups, you're a love bug. You are giving and loving and compassionate and kind and generous. All of those things. So that is helping you in this situation, because you're going to realize that this is a person. I'm assuming that for most of you this is going to be a person instead of a situation. That this person is a person, and they came along, and just because they're not what you want doesn't mean that they are worthless. And you're going to be kind to them and loving to them, and you're going to learn what you need to learn from them. You're going to teach them what you're supposed to teach them, and then go on with life. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Because, and it sucks to say this about a human being, but they are kind of a stepping stone to getting what you want. Like, to getting to the person that you want, because they're here to clear out some gunk that's like energetically hanging around you, or to clear out some karma or something like that. But on the flip side of that, I mean, they are a human being, but they also have their gunk, and maybe you're a stepping stone on their way to what they want. So take that as you will. So let's see, what does the universe want you to know? That's 10 cards. Can I get just one, please? No, apparently I can't. Thanks. Okay, so the universe wants you to know, do not make any decisions without having all the facts. Let's not blindly go into things, okay? This person here has come along. They're not exactly what you want. We know that. They're a stepping stone, but they're also a human being, so be nice. Be King of Cupsy. Be kind. Be compassionate. Be loving. But don't pass them by either. Don't be blindfolded. See? Don't be blindfolded to the fact that they have something to offer you. To the fact that they have a purpose to serve, because they have something to teach you, you have something to teach them, and then if you bypass it, you're just going to get another person like that coming up. You're not going to get your person that you want. You're not going to get your Six of Wands victory until you go through this and figure this out. Until you figure this out. Okay, and what's working for you? 10 of Swords. Fantastic. What's working for you is that you've been stabbed in the back, you've been hurt before, and you know what it feels like. And so you are not going to do that to this person. And maybe that's the lesson. Maybe that's the lesson. Maybe they came in and they are so in love with you. And you are not so in love with them, maybe. But you know how it feels to get devastated, utterly devastated, stabbed in the back and hurt, and you're not going to do that to them. So maybe this is just learning a lesson about the loving way to tell a person who really, 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 really loves you that you don't love them in the same way. Maybe that's the lesson for some of you. What's working against you? The Hierophant. Rules, structures, strictures, being put in the box, being told how to behave. This to me, if that's what's working against you, maybe there's too many people telling you in this situation, oh, they're such a great person. Oh, you should love them. You get that typical, oh, he's such a nice guy. Like, yeah, he's a fucking nice guy, but God, you know, maybe he's boring. Or maybe he isn't such a nice guy. Or I feel like you've got a lot of people telling you that this person is someone that you should want to be with. But follow your heart on that. Follow your heart on that. If they do seem like a good person to be with them. If they don't, they don't. I mean, relationships are here for a reason or a season, right? They don't necessarily have to be here for a whole lifetime. They're here to teach us something, and then sometimes they have served their purpose and they go. That's how it works sometimes. But yeah, I feel like follow your heart. Don't necessarily listen to all of this chatter, because that's working against you. That's going to make you get really involved with this person because you feel like you should, or because they're the type of person you should be with. And then that way lies disaster, because you're going to take this person's feelings and get them all fucking like balled up in you, and then you're gonna 10 of Swords their ass, and then it's gonna be really not cute. No, don't do that. Don't do that. So let's get an outcome card here. 9 of Rods, the card of the Wounded Warrior. Let's get a clarifier on that. We will clarify with Santa Muerte, because skulls are cheerful, happy, joyous. Something like that. No, I actually just really love this deck because it's very concise. It's very clear reading. The messages that it gives are just like, what? You get the Emperor to clarify. So 9 of Rods and the Emperor. Okay, so your outcome is the Wounded Warrior and the Emperor, which seem like kind of a dichotomy here. 9 of Rods is the Wounded Warrior who, you know, that whole nevertheless she persisted. Nevertheless she persisted. I can't even talk. Kind of a vibe to it. So you're hurt, you're wounded, you have been through some shit, but you keep going. You keep going. You persist. And then that ending energy is the Emperor, where you come back into your power. So this situation might drain you a little bit, because you are trying to be the King of Cups and be nicey nice and kind and gentle and wonderful to this person, whoever they may be, that's like super in love with you, that you're not necessarily in love with. And when you come back into your power towards the end of the month, after you're kind of done dealing with this, you will be the Emperor, but not bad Emperor, because I don't always love the Emperor. This is like my card of the super overbearing, like abusive, jealous husband kind of energy, and I don't like that, and I don't think that's where you're going to end up. I think that you're just going to get your power back after this person comes through, teaches you what you need to be taught, and you teach them what they need to be taught. You resolve the situation, you go through the healing that goes through, you know, any interaction with a person that ends, there's healing to do, there's grieving of some sort. So yeah, and then you're gonna sit in your power in the Emperor, and you're going to have your victory. Your person, your thing, your whatever it is that you were manifesting in the recent past here is going to come for you. It's gonna come for you. That sounds really terrible. It's not gonna come for you like that. Something is telling me to pull another one of these cards, even though the spread itself is kind of done. Let's pull another one of these for fun. Page of Swords. Truth. The truth will set you free here. You're going to get a message of truth. So something about this person, your Knight of Cups that's come along, that's not exactly who you want it to be. Something's going to come out about them. And then everybody is kind of gonna, everybody who is like this Hierophant energy here, everybody who is this, telling you what to do, telling you that you should be with this person, or you should take that job, or you should do that thing, whatever this situation is for you. Yeah, something's gonna come out, and those people are they're gonna realize that they were like, oh, well, maybe he wasn't such a nice guy, or maybe that job wasn't so great, or maybe you're right, you should do this. So now if we look back at what your excuse me, what your reading was all about, what area of life, we had King of Wands, right? So I think that now that we look back at it like that, it's following your passion, not listening to other people, not being an asshole and completely running others over, but it's about following your passion to where you think you need to be, learning the lessons you need to learn in life, and ignoring this energy here. Not ignoring it, but take into account what other people say, but don't live your life necessarily by what they say. So we got oracle cards here. One popped out here, time to go. So I feel like that means that you're going to know when it's time to leave this situation behind. You're going to know how to gracefully bow out of that Knight of Cups energy. You're going to know when it's time to cut your losses with that, when the lesson is learned, and you're going to make a wise decision, right? Not a blindfolded, unwise, not knowing decision. You're going to know when it's time to go. Let's see, serendipity. So I feel like once you resolve that situation, once you resolve your Knight of Cups that you don't necessarily want, you are going to, something very lucky is going to happen. You're going to meet your actual person that you're supposed to be with. The one that you have been manifesting for, you're going to meet that person like out grocery shopping or doing something. I don't know what you're going to be doing. But it looks like springtime, like, you know, those spring evenings where like the weather is absolutely fucking perfect. It's just slightly cloudy. There's like a golden haze in the air. Like there's fireflies and shit. Like some magical motherfucking thing like that is gonna happen for you, and that's where your person's gonna come in. Be outside and do the things. I don't know. Get outside amongst the clovers. So yeah, that's what I see there. Let's get one of these cards. These are, there's a stone on one side and a little synopsis of the stone on the other. So let's see what stone is going to help you get through this shit show. Oh God, not the whole deck, okay? Not the whole deck. Just put every stone like in your pocket. It'll be fine. All right, let's get one. I won't look. I won't look. I won't look. This one. Ooh, what's that? Diamond, bitches. All right, my Leos. Okay, so diamond. What is it? Set in engagement rings, tiaras, and iced out chains, this girl's best friend of gemstones is the hardest naturally occurring material on planet Earth. Diamonds are more than just status symbols encrusted on the rich. Their radiant energy clears away cloud cover, Their radiant energy clears away spiritual cloud cover so you can bask in the purest light. Who needs it? Who doesn't? Where to put it? Wherever you would like to bling. When to use it? When you've just got to keep it icy. When you want to make your intentions perfectly clear. When it's time to beam your own unique light through the darkness for all to see, own it with diamond. Shine your brightness. So that's not only an advice card. I mean, hey, if you got diamonds, wear them. I would. What the hell? Send diamonds. DM me. I'll give you my address. Send diamonds. Kidding. So I like that. That's a really good closeout to this, because renewal, right, was your energy of the month. So we're following our passion. We are going to be renewed by this situation because we're going to have this magical goddamn moment where we meet our person or connect with our person and we find victory. And yeah, man, clears out the spiritual cloud cover. That's going to help you. That's going to help you to know when to end this Knight of Cups moment. Could be a relationship that you're currently in that you need to end. That just popped into my head. I don't know why I didn't think of that like 10 minutes ago. But yeah. It's going to be a month of change, Leo. It really is. Some things are going to change. Some things are going to shift. You're going to listen to some people. You're not going to listen to others. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. So that's all I have for you. If you want to know what decks I used, I'll put all that down below. Links to all of them. I'll put links to all the other things that you might need to know. Reach out. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe. Please hit the subscribe button. It makes me so happy. I have no idea what this was. Yeah. So I hope you have an excellent April and figure this shit out, and I'll see you all in May. Bye.